Period. Hey, how are you doing? How are we doing? How are we doing, Star family? Thank you for being here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Everybody saying, come on in the room. Whoa, come on. Did anybody watch The Stellars? When Dottie people sang my song, come on in the room. We got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on, come on, come on in the room. Oh, come on in the room. Yeah, because Jesus is my God. How are we doing? How are we doing? We have so much to talk about. Please, my loves, get your snacks, get your drinks. We have a lot to get into. Oh. We have a lot to get into. What's up, Blue Moon? Blue Moon said Charity's intuition about Xavier was right all along. Trust your intuition, ladies. Hey, Zenard. You think so? You think so? Because you saw that trailer, didn't you, Zenard? You saw that trailer, and her mama was like, Charity, pick who you want to pick, Charity. Don't think about nothing else. What do you want? And I was like, oof. It's giving Caucasian love. It's giving Caucasian love. What's up, Flo? What's up, Dr. Dr. M. Thank you for being here. NTR as well. Hey, NTR. Hey, AC. Dr. M said, currently doing my hair. I decided to go back to what I know. Shea butter from the motherland. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I need to find, I live in LA. Oh, I'm in Atlanta too. I need to find like a real deal authentic. Oh my gosh. Stephanie. Thank you so much. Thank you for the cash app. Stephanie said, for blessing you because you blessed me. I love you. Thank you so much. So Steph. Thank you. Dr. M said, I used to use this with amla oil on my scalp and I had healthy hair. So this is my thing. I live in LA. I'm also in ATL. I need like an authentic, like, I don't know, African market. I don't want to be disrespectful because I don't know what you guys call it, but I'm just going to say African market because there are so many like products, like hair products and foods and things that I like want to try or that I know about and I just can't have access to it. Like in Philly, I know what an African market is. I'll stop by the Jamaican market first because that's what I know more of. And that's just what's more of in Philly. Like there's always a Jamaican market. There's always a Jamaican food store, like on any block in any Philadelphia city. You know what I mean? Like any Philadelphia hood. So that's more accessible, but like an African market with like food, products. I need something authentic because I am dying for shea butter. And I feel like the shea butter that I have access to is like a watered down version of like the real deal. Because I follow this girl, beautiful Black queen, her kids and her hubby, where she makes like shea butter in her hometown, where she's like, I don't know, we're in Africa, but I know she's from somewhere, so I ain't gonna say it because I don't know. But you know, I know it's somewhere in Africa, right? And she's always showing, like, you can go and take tours to like her shea butter village, and she's always like making it with like the women from her family. And she had like one viral video of her daughter making shea butter, and I thought it was like so beautiful. And I was like, I wish I could get my hands on it, but I can't pay that shipping. I need something I can have access to now. So if you know of like an African market in Atlanta or LA, please let your girl know. Because I absolutely need to go. Now I'm telling y'all right now, LA is a huge county, and I think a lot of people who are not from there, y'all just think California. Please don't send me no store in San Francisco. I'm not going. I said Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Oh God, you're gonna send me to Inglewood, aren't y'all? You're gonna send me to Inglewood. Hey Connie, how are you? NTR said, how you know I'm not from, you're from, what's up? You know, I want to have an LA meetup too. I feel like LA, that's what the majority of the Star family is from, or like the majority of my subscribers. I think it's more LA. Simple Simone said, Bachelor Nation has been busy the last 2 weeks. Everything has been so busy. I'm looking over all the stuff all the lives that I have to do. And I'm like, my God, today, Mercury is in what? Micro braids. What's up, Black Lavender? Hey, Irene. Denard said, so much is happening in Bachelor Nation. I'm so happy for Gabby. Me too. What'd I tell you? Women are getting fed up. With men. Like, this generation of cisgendered men, y'all in trouble. Women are literally choosing singleness over peeing. What? Never thought I'd see the day when women are like, you know what? I'll live alone with my cats. That doesn't seem like a bad idea anymore. It seems ideal. Child, men are in trouble. Megan said, hey, y'all, based on what I see and know about video editing techniques, Joey isn't getting a bachelor edit, in my opinion. He said, oh, God, Monday is going to be a bloodbath. Denard said, welcome, Gabby, to the Rainbow Mafia. I know that's right. The Let God Be True Quickly community. What's up, Pink Petals? How are you? Flolo said, I agree. Charity has been a fabulous bachelorette. She's amazing. Now, I haven't watched all of the Bachelorette seasons. My first intro into the Bachelorette was everybody's first introduction to the Bachelorette, which was Trista. I've loved Trista ever since. Like she was an amazing bachelorette, phenomenal bachelorette. And I'm telling you, Charity gives me that. I feel like people are going to be talking about, like, I think people are going to be talking about Charity how you talk about Trista. Like she's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. One of the best. One of the best. What's up, B-Fly Nick? What's up, Sudalim? How are you? Hey, Naya. Naya said, hey, Nikki, hey, Star fam, at my desk, but couldn't miss this. The headphones are on and I'm ready to cackle. Oh, let me tone it down. Got your headphones in. I'm sorry. Susan said, on break before work tonight. Glad to be here. Thank you for being here. Salima said, happy to catch you live. Happy to have you here, Salima. Hey, Eva. How are you? Megan said, I loved all the OG bachelorettes came and supported Charity. That was a beautiful moment. That was a beautiful moment. Hey, Spency. Hey, Caroline. Caroline from Serbia. What's up, Serbia? How are you? Salima said, as someone who watches this show for the swoony bits, this has been my favorite season of The Bachelorette. Yeah, I'm drawn in. Like, I'm drawn into, like, all the cheesiness, like Charity and Zatu. Charity. Learn that man's name. I'm like, are you going to have sex with him and you don't even know how to pronounce his name? You're going to be screaming the wrong name. Hey, NTR, thank you so much. Hey, Julia. Hey, Emirio, how are you? Missed you. Thank you. Claire said, hi, Nikki.Star. Hey, Claire. BB said, hi, Nikki. Looking good as usual. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Come on. Come on. Flolo said, hey, Nikki, you're looking beautiful today. Thank you. Yay, I caught a live. You're not? Oh, yeah, Serbia. Yep. We got people from Serbia. We got Star family members from Serbia. Ain't got good. Ain't got good. We worldwide like candy. Ali said, hi, Nikki. This live is exactly what I needed to lift my spirits up today. Oh, I hope we can do that for you. I hope we can do that for you. Hey, Mel. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hey, Addie. Busola, how are you? Hey, So Steph, thank you. Thank you so much. NTR said, sending good vibes your way, Alex. Yes, let's send some good vibes to Alex's way. L Boogie, what's up? Missed you. Simply just said, hey, Nikki, I finally made it to a live. Can't wait for Bachelor in Paradise. It's going to be a good season because it seems like all of Charity's men were in paradise. And you know she has some scoundrels on her season. Simply Simone said, about to go out for my aunt's birthday dinner. I'm already drafting a post, a bachelorette plan for Charity because Miss Girl has potential. Yeah. If she doesn't fall in love, she gonna eat. She gonna eat. Oh, is that on? Are you in the movie theater or is it on a streaming service? If it is, don't tell me. I'll look for it. Just say yes if it's on a streaming service. Oh, Busola said, didn't they say on a previous live that Charity followed Joey's sister on Instagram? Yes, I need that answer too, Dr. M. I need that answer too. Hey, Johnny. Johnny said, hey, Nikki and Star family. Hope everyone is blessed and staying safe in this crazy heat. You see, I'm not outside. I have not been outside for 2 days. Atlanta is too hot. And it's Jumanji out in my backyard. So I'm just, I can't. If this was LA, I would be in them streets, but Atlanta is crazy. Atlanta is check the local Asian market. Oh, I got there's a H Mart not too far from me. Let me do that. Hey, Cameron. How are you? Thank you, Michaela. What's up, Long Island? Hey, Nick. Right on time. Michaela, how old is his baby mama? Congrats. Hey, JMT. I'll be fine with that if he becomes the next bachelor. I wanted him to be Charity's bachelor though. Like, this is it's the only time I've been invested like this. Like, I really want this to happen. Even though I know this show is a scam, I want this to happen. I feel like it needs to happen for the culture. I feel like it needs to happen for the culture. Michaela said, I have an exam tomorrow, but I needed smiles. LOL. Happy to be here. Yay. Thank you for being here. What's up, Toronto? NTR said, we got Toronto, we got Long Island, we got Serbia in the building. NTR said they moved Charity to 8 p.m. and she cussed like she was on 9 p.m. Oh, she cussed. That accent was coming through. Hey, CJ Twirl. glad you're here. Flolo said, I'm Team Datoon, but if he comes the next Bachelor, I wouldn't be mad. Our last Black Bachelor cannot be Matt James. I just feel like the Bachelor, if you're a Black Bachelor and Bachelorette, I just feel like there's only one option that will work for you. And it seems like the ones that they hire just don't do it. So I'm like, I don't know. All the time, Sudaline. Yes, this is. I'm going to do one more after this, and then I have an event, so can't be on here all day. Hey Carmen, listen to my working. I know that's right. Oh, that trailer had me nervous. I ain't even gonna hold you. Dolly said, hey y'all, I just want to know if the feather earring is a part of Paradise. Absolutely. You didn't see how dark he was? He all up and through Paradise. Yeah, AC, it was nice to see that. El Boogie said, low key, I be here sometimes, but I've been busy, so I lurk. Oh my gosh. Got a divorce, had to sell my house. Husband left me with a whole lot of nothing. The gag is I got my credit together and just bought a condo. I know that's right. We bounce back every time. I'm so sorry, El Boogie, but I'm glad to see that you're on the up and up. Thank you for being here today. Some people said it's been like 90 plus in here for the last 4 weeks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the fall. I'm looking forward to it. It's time. Hey, Dr. Lillian. Thank you for being here. Dahlia said it's been over 10 days of temperature over 100 degrees in Houston. I go outside to get in my car. That's it. That's all. Yeah, it's too much. Busola said, will Braden with his 90s outfit be on Paradise as well? Yes, that would be a chaotic season of Paradise. It will be. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar. Thank you, Simply Jess. This is the thing. He cursed himself when he started off the season dragging Black people, specifically Black women. It was just like, yeah, it's not going to be a good season for you. Oh, really? Susan said, Datoon said that he was a last minute replacement because someone dropped out. Okay. I believe it. He was so oblivious to what the show was. NTR said, not sure Datoon would give us a season, but Xavier for sure would. His honesty, the drama from the women. Yeah, but he got such a bad edit for his own doing. So I don't know, but he would be interesting. Michaela said, apparently Datoon's type. I ain't say it. I got cussed out the last time. Child. Miss Brown Chicken said, Nikki, I swore it was Datoon as well. But then when I heard him read his own name as Dotton, I don't know. The Nigerians in the chat was saying it's Datoon. And even on TIK TOK, they saying it's Datoon. I don't know. Simply Simone said if she picks Dotton, they'll need to live in Atlanta and not LA. They'll have a way better come up than other Bachelor Nation couples. I hope so. If Charity picks a Black man and this Black couple moves to Atlanta, Bachelor Nation history. A Black couple that acclimated themselves back into the Black culture after being on this show. Wow. Never happens. Oh, okay. El Boogie said, thank you everyone for the love, but really the best thing to happen. Also, new job. I'm happy and he's in his parents' basement. I know that's to the left. Dahlia said, what are people going to learn to get Black women on their side? We are so loyal and supportive. We keep entertainers and Gucci and birds. All you have to do is talk to us nice. They'll never get it. Black women are the best resource any man could ever have. Women in general, right? But Black women, especially to a black man. They don't know. They don't know. This generation of brothers is weird. Weird. Susan said when he read the fantasy suite card, he said Dotton. Listen, if that's not how he pronounces his name, then I could understand him saying that because, coochie make men do crazy things. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I'm like, what? She keeps on saying Dotton. He's confirming it. So we're going to go with Dotton. But I'm like, is that a Nigerian? Is that? I don't know. I'm asking. We are going to end right here and get into it. SL says, pray for Maui. Absolutely. One of the deadliest wildfire in the U.S. and U.S. and bodies are still being searched for. Sad the tourists are complaining about their vacation being inconvenienced. Missed your lives, Nikki. Thank you so much, SL. Absolutely praying for Hawaii. It's terrible how the U.S. is treating them. It's terrible, the news coverage. That's why, to be honest with you, I confirm everything. I do, but I always go to like social media first because I like to get my news from the people, and I already knew from people that I was following on TikTok and on Twitter that the number of deaths being reported in Hawaii was not accurate. The locals were already saying that's not accurate. They're just giving out that number because they don't want it to seem as brutal, because they don't want to scare away tourists. But it's a lot worse. One girl did a video about how they run out of body bags because they have more bodies than body bags and resources. It's worse than what we are seeing. It's worse than what we are seeing. So praying for Hawaii, praying for the Native Hawaiians. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. It's Kiti said, hi, Star fam. I'm at work right now and I'm glad I was able to catch this live. P.S. Work is slow today. Oh, those are the good days. I get so much done. Or I used to, my 9 to 5, but it was a slow day, baby. I got my life in order. Anyway, let's get into it. So first, we're going to talk about the last episode that we missed together. Then we're going to talk about the Men Tell All. And that trailer. But first, we're going to get into Gabby's new love. Gabby's new love. I'm so happy for her. Oh, wait. Do I have the picture here? Do I have the picture of my girl? Do I have the picture of my girl being happy? That's desktop. I got that. Where is it? Oh, is it in here? Is it in here? I thought I had. Oh, I deleted it. Nikki, give me a second. One thing about me, I don't play with my storage on my computer. Like when I'm done using something, I delete that hoe. I do not play around. So I deleted it. I had to restore the picture. But we're back. We are back. I do not play with my storage. Let's see. There it is. So Gabby has found love. Our girl Gabby has found love, and she seems very happy. Gabby is dating writer Robbie Hoffman. I remember a lot of you guys sent me her Instagram story, and she was just like, I just want to let you guys know. You're going to see it later on The View, but I have found love, and I found it with a woman. I'm dating a girl, so thank you all for being so supportive. I'm happy. Love you guys. I love her. So she is dating writer Robbie Hoffman, who's pretty, kind of well known, especially in the writing streets. They had been together for a while, but she kept the relationship under wraps. But in August of 2023, Gabby says it's hard to get it all out right now. But I know everyone's been really curious about who I'm dating. She said in an Instagram story, I love to stir the pot and tease, but I did want to wait until I was ready because it's a larger conversation because I'm dating a girl. And then she posted on her Instagram stories all of these beautiful pictures of her and Robbie. And in her Instagram caption, she said, "Told you I'm a girl's girl." OMG. This I got a little bit of information about Robbie Hoffman. Robbie, who is a writer. She wrote Working Moms, which is a really fun show on a network I cannot name, but it's a really, really good show. Really good show. Working class comedian who's a terrific writer. She also did some work on the Baroness sketch show, the Canadian sketch show that I loved. So she's a really fun comedian and comedic writer. And they've been together for some time. And Gabby just seems really, really happy. And I'm happy for her. Y'all know I've always loved Gabby. I always felt like she should have had her, her and Rachel should have had their solo Bachelorette seasons. But I think that Gabby is such a dynamic personality. And she also has such a like heart-wrenching story that you just want her to win. You want her to win. And I was so against her marrying that guy or being engaged to that dude because I knew that he was not into her. So, when they broke up, I felt really bad for her because I felt like she was into him for real, for real. If I felt like she was into him for show, I wouldn't care because that's what you're supposed to do, right? To get your come up. But I felt like she was really into that dude and she was protecting some of the horrible things that was coming out about him. And I'm just like, Gabby, stand up, sister. Stand up. Well, she stood up and she moved to the other side. I know that's right. I'm happy for her. Yeah, I love Gabby. I think she's a great personality and I think she's going to have a really good career in entertainment. She did really well on The View. I can see her working on a show where she's a part of like a millennial and probably Gen X panel where they just talk about hot topics. And have important political conversations. I think she's really good. I think she has a voice that's very important. And I think she has like a softness that draws people in. I also feel like she would be like a good host of like a baking show on Food Network. I think she has a really good, I got to get to the post office. Chow, I just thought about that. What time is it? It's Atlanta. It's closed. But I got to get to the post office. Let me write that down. But I think she has a really good career in the entertainment industry. And I'm happy for her. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Chow. I should have been went. Heather, yes! So glad you're here. Heather said, "Hi, Nikki. I sent you a message the other day about my preschool special education class wish list. Thank you so much for the help." You are so welcome, Heather. Thank you so much for the super chat. So, Heather, our faithful Star family member, Miss Heather, is starting up the school year. And she reached out to me and was just like, I would really like if you could, just help support me. She has an Amazon wish list of all the things that she wants to get for her students this school year. And I was like, you know what? You're part of the Star family. I will absolutely help. Let's also ask the Star fam because this is what we do. So Heather, if you could please put your Amazon wish list, a link to it in the comment section, and Star family, I would love it if we just buy out Miss Heather's preschool special education class wish list. Like, we're the Star family. This is what we do. Let's help our Star family member out. Thank you so much, Heather, for being here. Let's see what we can do. I know we're gonna, do absolutely amazing. So let's go, Star fam. So Heather, just as soon as you put the wish list in the comments, I would love for everybody to just copy that and just, go bless our sis. And also, I'm going to put it in the description box for the replay gang. Hallelujah. Thank you again, Heather. So what do you guys think about Gabby? Yeah, I don't play Simply Simone. I clear everything off this computer every night. I do not play. SL said, love Gabby. Really worried she was going to go for Vinny. Who is Vinny? Did I forget that? Was it like a terrible character that I forgot? Probably. Because the only Vinny I know is Vinny from Jersey Shore. Dahlia said, is it me or does Gabby kind of look like Iggy Azalea? Absolutely not. Iggy Azalea wishes that she could ever look like Gabby. Busola said, congrats, Gabby. I've been working on it, Denard. I've been working on it. She's so sweet. Ryan said, congrats, bisexual pan, queer queen, or whatever she identifies as. Happy. She's just happy. Miss Gigi said, I love Working Moms. I fell off watching a few seasons ago, but it was really good. It's a funny show. It's a funny show. Also, the Baroness Vaughn sketch comedy group, I don't know what happened to them, but I love their sketches. They were hilarious. SL says, so much batch news lately. Gabby and her girlfriend, yay. Kaylin, batch party, didn't even know her and Dean are getting married soon. I don't know those people. Yeah, we're going to talk about Abigail and Noah next. Oh yeah, Becca is pregnant. I'm so happy for her. It makes sense. I did not understand the men that Becca was getting with, but I was just like, didn't you tell the show that your crush is Michael Strahan? What? But she got her Michael Strahan, so happy for her. Flolo said, good for Gabby, happy for her. I think she and Colton are the first and only leads to find LGBTQ love. Probably. Colton married too. Colton married. Not married to, like Gabby's about to get married. I'm just saying Colton is married as well. Y'all thought, wait, did I miss something about her and Vinny from Jersey Shore? Oh, he was on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, oh gosh, I didn't watch that show. Thank God. I would have been so concerned for my girl. So concerned. OMG. SL said, heard on Instagram that her and Vinny were going back and forth flirting, but I think they were just playing. Yeah, good for her. Vinny's not marriage material. You know what? I'm not going to say that. That's mean. I'm working. I'm doing better. I just feel like from what I've seen of Vinny, I don't think he's ready for a modern woman. I think Vinny needs a woman from the 1950s, like a woman that can't open a bank account without her husband. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what he needs, or what he desires. So I don't know if he'll ever find it, but I do know that there are, some women who, like to cosplay being 1950s wives. So it may happen for him, but I just do not think that he's ready for a modern woman. Just from what I've seen, I'm like, bro, I can't believe you're saying these things. Jolly said, I'm happy she felt comfortable to share her news, but got to be honest, it kind of irks me that people wait to come out after they already participate in The Bachelor. Why? Well, we live in an extremely homophobic world. Like, I think it's a safety issue. I really, really do. I wouldn't be surprised if she desperately tried to make it work with men and then was just like, I have to, then met someone that's just like, I love this feeling and I'm going to risk it all. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened there. It's extremely dangerous to be anyone from the LGBTQ community, especially being trans. Right. It's deadly even. So I get it. I feel like it's just a safety issue, in my opinion, because even when she talks about it, she always leads with, oh, it's a bigger conversation. Oh, I wanted to wait. Like, straight people don't have to say that. Straight people just like, this my dude, this is who I'm with, blah, 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 blah. We don't have to think about, being attacked, disowned, or murdered for loving someone. So I get why she would wait or, just take it very easy. Do they exist? Do traditional Italian women exist in 2023? Because I'm just like, brother, I just don't see any woman today doing what he wants them to do and being treated like that. Even with the Italian girls on the show, you know what? I think you got a point. I will say that, Ryan. I think he does want a traditional Italian woman. He desires that. But I think he's attracted to something else. Because I watched those shows, even from Jersey Shore, it was just like, Vinny, you need to go after a traditional Italian woman. But he don't. Them Italian girls on his dating show with him and Pauly Shore, they were fighting them girls down for Vinny and Pauly. And they were not going for them. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I think that's what he needs. He's having a problem because he wants something different. He wants a Black American woman to be a traditional Italian woman, and it's just not gonna work, Vinny. It's not gonna work. That's the thing. And I think that's the thing for a lot of men, especially the ones who are just like, oh, I need her to be submissive. I need her to make me a sandwich. I feel like a lot of men, if it were acceptable and okay, I think they would marry their moms. Because I believe a lot of men who think like that are looking for their mother, are looking for a woman to be their mother. And because they can't, because it's not accepted in society, because they can't bang their mom, they'll just get a woman that they can bang and like put a cosplay, like the decoration of their mother on that woman so that they can have sex with their mom. And I'm being dead serious. I know it sounds crazy, but I think if society accepted it, a lot of men would date and marry their moms. I just think it's the fact that society is like, oh, you can't have sex with your mom. And I think that's the only thing stopping them is the judgment from society. But if it was okay, if people didn't say anything about it, there are a lot of men who would sleep with their moms. And I don't think it's sexual attraction, but I think they just want a woman like her. And on the flip side of that, I think that mothers to sons need to be honest about your experience as a woman in the household that your sons grew up in, because you tell your daughters everything. You tell them the truth. You show them the game, but you don't tell your sons that you're suffering. You don't tell your sons that you hate this life. So they go out looking for a woman just like you, but they don't know that they're looking for a woman who is 2 seconds from suicide. Because you were the whole time you were raising that knucklehead. Y'all have to be honest with them about the experience of being a mom, a woman in that household, raising young men while your father did whatever. Y'all need to be honest. Y'all tell the girls everything, right? Especially when y'all become grandmothers, y'all give the game to the girls. Y'all say nothing to them boys. And they're out there looking for this woman that in this day and age is that vastly dying out. So what do? They get miserable, right? And they go after and they attack women and they get online and they do all this kind of stuff to shame women into submission, but it's just not working. So you are raising young men who are going to die alone of high blood pressure at 50. Do better. Do better, mamas. Do better. We went off on a tangent. Let's keep on going. Yeah. Busola said, and Gabby has a public profile, which probably makes it even scarier. Absolutely. Absolutely. One can only imagine the things that was inboxed to her when she posted a picture of her kissing another woman. Let's be real with you. The base audience of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, white evangelicals. Y'all know how they feel about them gays. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Not them conversion therapy Christians. Denard said, Heartstopper just showed us a good point of view of how it is to come out and the fear behind it. What's Heartstoppers? What's that? It sounds like an ambulance documentary show. Miss Brown Sugar said, right, he wants all the flavor, but hopes to change some dynamic into their quiet housewife. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Empress said, wild. I don't think they would sleep with them. I think they would marry them and sleep with other women. But that's the thing. That happens, though, because that's acceptable in society. If it was acceptable to have sex with your mom, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all men will leave y'all. A lot of y'all booed up in relationships would be left. And because that's the only thing that they can't do with their mom. It's the only thing that they can't do. Dahlia said, I don't think that's disgusting. If you had a good childhood with a woman who was your first and most important role model for womanhood, it makes sense to find someone like her. Absolutely, but that just doesn't happen often because a lot of women raise their sons completely differently than they raise their daughters, right? They raise their sons oblivious to everything that's going on, but like any household, right, that has sons and daughters, the daughters will tell you the real. The daughters will be like, he grew up in a totally different household. Like he did not have to do the same things that I did. And it's often a very negative experience about how he was able to coast. But the daughters had so many limitations, right? And so many responsibilities that their brothers did not have. That's just a very real experience that a lot of daughters have in families, especially in families where they have brothers. It's a totally different experience. And I think a lot of women, a lot of mothers raise their sons oblivious to, especially if you're raising cisgendered straight sons, you are not raising them. A lot of women are not raising them with a realistic outlook on what to expect or what to expect from a woman or how to treat a woman. So they go out in this world looking for their mother. But I didn't pull you out of my vagina. You trying to get into my vagina and you're a whole stranger. Like there's work that needs to be done there. There's a building that needs to be done there, but you don't have those skills. Your mother ain't teaching it and your dad ain't teaching it either. Your dad is teaching you to be a hoe. And your mama is teaching you to get a girl that's pure and does all of these things and treats you like a king. But nobody is teaching or raising you to be a good person or a good partner. Like if it was, all women, especially straight women, would not have the same frustrations with straight men. If that was happening, we would not be here having these conversations. We wouldn't. And yes, there are some mothers who raise their sons completely different, who raise them, very aware. And those young men go out and they find a woman like their mom. Either way, they're still trying to get a relationship with their mother within this woman, which is the issue because we are not your mama. So what you're expecting your mom to do for you, you should not expect me to do for you because your mother did that without you doing anything. So she gave her all to you because you're her child. I am a stranger to you until we build a relationship. So the things that you want me to do that your mom did because you are her seed is not going to be the same thing. I'm going to do those things because of how you treat me. I'm going to do those things because I trust you. I'm going to do those things because you made me fall in love with you because you were so freaking amazing. I could not walk away from that. But they're not raised like that. So they go out in the world thinking that they should be treated by any woman how their mom treats them and does not understand why she treated you the way she treated you. She had you in her womb. You sucked, she fed you, you sucked on her bosoms. I don't know you. You're not going to buy me a drink and start sucking on my titties. Like there's work that has to be done there before we even get to that stage. But these are grown men who don't know that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's a problem. That's the problem there. But absolutely agree, Dahlia. Absolutely agree. Yes, I'm trying to catch up because there's so many freaking episodes. I want to start reviewing it next week. So yeah, it's good. It's good. The sisters are doing it. They showing up. Smitty said hello and Kevin Samuels, LOL. He was out here hating women with high blood sugar. Because he making the meals for himself. With all that damn salt. That's not. Your wife would have been the one that would have listened to the doctor and made sure you had the right diet. Because she loved you. Why does she love you? Because of how you treat her. You gotta woo us. Like I'm a stranger to you until we get to that relationship level. Y'all not doing the work. Y'all expecting your mama, but not doing the work. It's not going to happen. You cannot expect your wife to be your mom. She is your partner, your helpmeet. Y'all on this journey together as equals, not your mama. Cordelia said, Nikki, have you? Oh, I got that one. Busola said, I definitely agree because I had to enlighten my brother about my mom's experience, feeling like she had to give up her career because that was what women used to do in her generation. Yep. The daughters know the game. The daughters know everything that goes on in that household. The sons, oblivious. Oblivious. Spency said, Heart Topics is about two men. Oh, yes. Okay. I know what that is. I know that show. I just haven't watched it. One from the UK prince and one from the US president who are nervous about declaring their love for each other and being gay men. Yeah, is it good? Should I watch that? I've been seeing advertisements for it all over. Miss Brown Sugar said, as the adage goes, mama loves their son. Facts. Sarah said Dotton was liking blonde girl thirst photos on Instagram like a week ago. I'm going to be disappointed next week, aren't I? I'm going to be disappointed. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's just TV. Empress said, no, girl, they would have mom first, non-sex, 2-3 wives as concubines. But the mothers do be raising their sons like it's their husbands. True. Dahlia said, now, Nikki, that's the truth. My brother was in a whole different world from me while growing up. At 35, I'm still experiences that he missed while growing up. Absolutely. Oblivious. Yep. Ryan said, yep, oldest daughter here. All the boys, only me. Totally different experience. Just because of gender. Crazy. Yep. Absolutely. See? And every woman has the same experience. Why? Because that's the problem. Because the rearing of the children is left on a woman, right? All the father is supposed to do is provide, right? And then have the birds and the bees conversation when the boys come of age. Even that conversation is different. The conversation with the boys is sow your royal oats. Have as much fun as you want to do. The conversation with the daughters, don't you dare get anywhere near a penis. Close it up. Yes, your body is changing. I do not care. Stay pure and all of this crap. Which your brother is being told the total opposite. Your brother is giving freedom to explore the world, find out who he is sexually. And the daughter's told she can't do none of that. While taking care of the damn house. And she the same age as her brother, if not younger. No. Amma said, yeah, at family events, I see how different the women and men are. The women are so driven and the men are just because they've been taught to coast. That's so perfect. That's perfect explanation. They've been taught to coast. Yep. Yes, you are, MC. Thank you for being here. SL said, those boys' moms are wild. I still can't watch I Love a Mama's Boy on TLC. Triggering, ain't it? Triggering. Have you watched 90 Day last week? You just doing that? No, I'm catching up on all the 90 days tonight. Amma said, and what about when they have kids? Does he expect his wife to put him above the child since he sees himself as a child too? Absolutely. He thinks he's supposed to come first while knowing nothing about his own children. Like, there are literal mothers who are like, I can't get sick. Because if I get sick, my household falls apart. You have a whole husband. I know I can't get sick. Because if I get sick, everything falls apart. Girl, why is that? Child. Yes, up, people. It's a form of grooming. We don't call out because it's overtly sexual. Yep. Dahlia said, yeah, when there's no balance from the dad to show the boys how to treat their women, it does become a problem because they only relate to a woman as a mother. Absolutely. And they think that that is how the relationship is going to be, not knowing that their mom is not telling them the real. So, men are always reminiscing. Yeah, my dad did this and my mom went, and they were this and they were so in love. Your mom was miserable. But she's not going to tell you. She's going to tell your sister. Your sister going to tell you. You're going to tell your sister about something your mom said later in life and be like, did you know that? Yeah, I knew when it happened. because she has a totally different experience. Her experience is reality, especially if she's a woman in Black. She doesn't have the privilege of living in a fairy tale like you do. She got to know the real, because life is going to give her the real. So there's no fun with her. She gets all the rawness of the relationship that the boys are just oblivious to. So they see a totally different relationship with their parents, which is why if the mother ever wants to break free and get divorced from a bad relationship, who do they side with? The father. Because they feel like mom had everything and left dad high and dry. And who did the daughter side with? Mom, because they know the real. They were the ones comforting your mom when she was crying in the laundry room because your dad cussed her out over not making enough cakes for his office party or some mess like that. It's a totally different world that they live in. And they're out there looking for their mom. I'm not your mama. I will never be her. I'm your queen. I'm your God. No, let me stop. I'm joking, Jesus. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh, it was a different show. Okay. Is it the red, white, and blue or something like that? Let me know. I think that's what it is. Somebody just said, okay, Nikki preaching, raising a 1-year-old boy. You got this. You got this, mama. Yeah, Wayne does identify as pan. And I'm glad that we're living in a world where people are more comfortable. But I feel like as people are getting more comfortable, the other side is getting more uncomfortable. Like, we have to look at what's happening in Florida. And I know people just make jokes about Florida or whatever. That's a large state. Very large and very populated state. That state turns elections. And that's a lot of people thinking a certain way and under really dangerous leadership. And the two communities that are going to, three communities are going to suffer the most in Florida under that kind of leadership and that influence is the Black community, the LGBTQ community, especially the trans community, and the immigrant community. And you are going, and the white Cubans are going to find out that even though you may identify as white, if you are an immigrant, you're going to get that same work. But they're going to find out when it's far too late. They're finding out now a bit, but they're going to find out where it's far too late. And the problem with that is if a state, such a large population, is able to influence another large state that thinks the same way, come on, Texas. It's a problem. It's going to be an extreme problem. So yes, people are able to live in their truths a bit more today, but it's still getting extremely dangerous for those people who are deciding to live in their truth. They are taking a huge risk, and the huge risk that they are taking is their life. It's very scary. Very, very scary. I think I got a Cash App. Who I get that from? Mama got a Cash App. Who do we get this from? Spency says for yes, red, white, and blue. Not getting me confused. Okay, so that's the name of the movie that we need to watch. It's called Red, White, and Blue. It's about a UK prince and an American president. Thank you, Spency. I want to get a few more, and then we're going to get into the engagements. Carmen said, "Child," and when you add abandonment into it, it gets worse. Then they start looking for this mythical, idealized version of who their mom should have been. Crazy. It starts at birth, ladies. It starts at birth. Let that son know the real. Let that son you the man of the house. And don't do that mess. Don't do that mess. Because that's another toxic adult that's going to be walking around. Don't do that. Don't do that, because he's going to think, oh, I'm the man of the house, and that is the only thing that I have to do. I got to be a man. I got to be strong. I got to do all this. And he has no freaking emotion. And at the sign of any inconvenience, he just breaks down because he can't handle everything. And then she's left there trying to put everything together, and she really can't because he the man of the house and he got to take care of everything. So he's hiding everything from her. They about to get evicted. She don't know what's going on because he's a man of the house and he wants to take care of everything, and he don't want to ask for help. Y'all are raising some crazy men. Tell them the real. Oh, okay. So Heartstoppers is about two teen boys who fall in love on a network that will not be named. B5 Nick said that's not Heartstoppers, is Red, White, Blue, and Royalty on Prime. Thank you. Naya said, then turn around and ask the daughter for grandchildren at 25 when you never allowed her to live a life for herself. A mess. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the son is 37. Ain't nobody asked him for a child yet because he's still sowing his royal oats. Smithy said, the shade my family sends me because I'm not a mom is crazy. My brother receives none of that. No, it's a totally different world. It's a totally different world. Totally different world. Yes. Yes. Perfect example, Busola. Busola said, remember on 90 Day the Other Way with that girl, that married girl, the grandpa didn't even want her to kiss her American boyfriend, but her brother had multiple children. LOL. They're an odd couple though. Absolutely are. Absolutely are. Dr. Lillian, hey, said Nikki, you are so right. In the African culture, your sentiments are so true. African Americans here, child. African Americans here. Amma said the difference between my mother and my uncle is light years away. My mom moved out and never came back, and uncle moved out and came back and out. Because he can always come home. Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much for the super chat. Heather said I put the link in the chat because it wouldn't let me put it in the super chat. Oh no, that's what I wanted you to do. That's what I wanted you to do. Thank you for doing that. Let's bless Miss Heather. That's bless Miss Heather. Simply just said, oof, I'm one of those I can't get sick mamas. Need to work on that. Yeah, you're supposed to have help. No, you can take a day off. You can rest. You should. Naya said it's because the daughter is right next to the mother being socialized into being a mother and a wife while the boys are socialized to be individuals. Absolutely. Very, very true. Very, very true. MC said, guys, don't excommunicate me. But did we talk about Caitlyn, who broke up with Jason a few weeks back? I really think he used her and wasted her time. She has been clear in what she wanted from the start. Caitlyn, I listened to a podcast of hers, and she talked about the fact, and this happens all the time, I have to learn this myself. She talks about building an audience from like her podcast and from like being the Bachelorette and just sharing every aspect of her life, because these people who she does not know have become a community for her, a family for her. And she was just like, looking back at that, I wish I didn't share this, and this being her relationship. She said so much of it was in front of an audience that when there were issues, they can't really be dealt with because you got to keep up appearances because you've given this relationship to everyone. And she was just like, it should have just been us, but it was everyone. And I'm telling you, I think we talked about that. I was just like, I believe I even said, I'm happy for her, but I wish she wouldn't share so much. I wish she wouldn't share so much, because then your relationship becomes everybody's relationship. And it's sort of, especially if this is paying your bills, becomes work. Your relationship should always be separate from your fan base, work, and all of that. That should be separate and it should be private. But the thing about it is they're TV figures, so they felt like they had to share everything. Listen, when it's my turn, I told y'all, I will be at my kids' high school graduation with a man who my son looks just like. And I'll be like, here with my friend and my son. Here with security at my son's graduation, and y'all gonna be like, Nikki, I think that's his father. And I'm gonna be like, who? I don't know that man. Y'all already know what kind of relationship I'm in anyway, right? I'm a straight woman, so y'all know what kind of relationship I'm in. Donna said, I live in Florida, and every day I wonder what fresh hell I'm going to encounter. Luckily, I live in St. Pete, where we're a diverse LGBTQ community. I need that as an ally. Amen. Amen. There's good people in bad places all over, right? It's just the bad can't get a voice and legs, because once it gets a voice and legs, it becomes extremely dangerous for the good. Let me get Empress. Empress said, girl, thankfully hubby was raised right. Amen. There's good, like, we joke, right? There's good men. There's good men. You just gotta search for them. Also, my brothers were fast, but my parents was like, you ain't going to be worthless. My brothers and all the men in my family are great dads, decent husbands. Amen. There's hope. Miss Brown Sugar said, "Oh, I heard that Caitlyn and Jason break up, but never heard a reason, and don't think I needed to either." Yeah, she just talked about how that just she should not have shared so much. You know, a lot of regret in that, and understandable. Like we even watched her engagement. This is the thing I respect about Beyonce. She told us some stuff about her relationship, like when she got over some stuff, right? And she's starting to let us in a bit more with like pictures and everything. And sometimes they talk, but you don't hear too much. You don't hear too much. You don't hear. That's how it should be, especially if you are in the public eye. You know what I mean? And you met within the public eye. People are going to ask questions, right? So just give them a little bit. Don't give them everything. Don't give them these like intimate moments. Like those YouTube couples. I'm just like, yeah, y'all getting a lot of money. Y'all got a huge fan base, but baby, this is not smart. This is not smart. Y'all sitting up there doing videos, asking each other intimate questions so you can get the reaction and give it to the audience. I'm sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye. And don't know the damage you're doing to your relationship. There's a YouTube couple right now that I love. And they are just, it didn't start out being a YouTube couple page. It was a fashion page. And, you know, she was just showing us the clothes or whatever that she was wearing. And then she had gotten a relationship and it went from seeing this man's hand to seeing him on vacation to doing every aspect of their wedding. And now they're doing these, you know, videos together. And I'm like, this is so cute. This should have been for your, you know, own personal album. You are letting us into too much of your business. But she's been doing it for so long that it just feels normal. And I'm like, oh, praying for them. Praying for them. I'm like, you're letting the world into every aspect of your life. If the world were different, I would say go ahead, but it's not. It's not. Sometimes it's a really bad place. So when she said that, I was like, yeah, I can see that being an issue. I can see that being an issue with letting everybody in on your business. Dr. M said, this is so true. The women in my family have the stress of having children. Luckily, we throw shade right back at our great aunt and uncles, have learned to shut up and keep their opinions to themselves. Amen. Naya said, I'll be posting Christmas cards saying me and my kids and the cameraman. Y'all will see like his knuckles. You know what I mean? In pictures. And that's just because he took the picture. Like, who's that? My photographer. A whole husband. A whole husband. It is, Fancy. It is. It is a curse on straight women to post your man. As soon as you post him or give him a compliment publicly, he embarrasses you. He embarrasses you. As soon as Keke Palmer said, my man is great. I love my man. He's a great man. Like clockwork. The universe said, oh, really? How great is he? Let's go. I feel like it's a threat. It's a threat to the universe when a straight woman says that her man is amazing. It's a threat. The universe is like, oh, I'm going to clock your T. I'm going to clock your T and see how amazing he really is. Remember that? Oh. I'm just like, I was watching them videos like, I should not be in this conversation. Like, I remember when they were both making videos back to back, I was like, guys, take me out of the group chat. Take me out of the group chat. I had to unfollow. It was too much. I'm stressed about somebody's marriage falling apart. I was single at the time, listening to all of this mess. I'm stressed out. This is not my business. This is not my business. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You never know. That video with Kiki and Usher is going to be amazing. Going to be amazing. Let's get into Abigail and Noah, who just got engaged. I'm so happy that a couple that I've had in the prayer circle It's finally working. Because I feel like my prayer circle is just, it has not been working. But this one, I have been praying for them since Paradise, and here we go. So, People Magazine got the exclusive photos of Abigail and Noah's engagement. Noah popped the question at their beachfront home in La Jolla, San Diego on Tuesday evening. People can confirm the residence was decorated with red and pink rose petals overlooking the beach, and friends were on hand to celebrate the special milestone. Noah, who hails from Tulsa, Oklahoma, got down on one knee and presented Abigail with a 4-carat oval-shaped engagement ring with a paved set band and a hidden halo. Oh, shoot. I am looking at the time. I got to change the time on my next live. Abigail says it was stunning and exactly what she was hoping for. Noah explains to people that the proposal was actually moved a month ahead, as Abigail had decided to schedule their move back to Oklahoma sooner than initially planned after she rescued a dog unexpectedly 2 weeks ago. Noah says, I called her parents a couple of days before to fill them in on my plans. Her dad helped me with the arrangements and to get everything set up. The proposal was perfect and everything I wanted to incorporate and make it special in ours. Abigail didn't suspect anything following the change of plans. She thought I was playing pickleball with her dad and was inviting Becca to join us for a sunset. That's Becca Cuffrin, to join us at a sunset at his friend's house. She had no clue the engagement was happening until we walked up the stairs to the rooftop and saw the roses and candles overlooking the ocean. Oh, congrats to the happy couple. Congrats. And you see, I think they do their relationship smart. I still think they share a bit too much. However, they give you some, they let you in because they know you're going to ask because they met on TV, right? But we're not in every aspect of their relationship. They're not doing videos about the ups and downs of their relationship. They're moving to Oklahoma. Woo! Wow, y'all young. You know, maybe they're just moving back to be with family. I get it. You're moving back to be with family. Hold on, I gotta change the time. I just saw the time. I gotta change the time of my next live. Ugh. I'm always so ambitious with these times. I need to stop that. I need to stop that. There we go. Changes are saved. Let's get back into it. What do you guys think? Miss GG88 said, I followed this mommy vlog and she would post her last boyfriend from the neck down or from the back. We started calling H Wizard Kelly. Now they broke up. We have no idea who he was. Bravissimo. If he's going to be in your life and you know he's just going to be around, don't show him. And if he got tattoos, make sure he has on long sleeves in the video. SL said, I know they'll last forever. Plus, Kaylin and Van Deen, surprisingly, they've been together for years and getting married soon. Happy for them. I just feel like, but I don't mind my business, but I just feel like Kaylin compromised a lot. But if she likes it, I love it. Flolo said, they're so adorable, the way Noah cares for Abigail and is her biggest cheerleader and everything. Remember, we were watching Paradise and I was like, girl, it's him. So what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to make this relationship a problem where there is no problem? He wants you. She got in her head. And I'm so glad she got out of her head because I think she got a happy ending with this one. I really like this couple and I'm happy for them. Sippy Simone said, I hope they don't get married in Tulsa because that is not good luck. Look at Sophia Bush. Just get married in San Diego or Napa. Yeah, I can't believe that they're... Oh, I got a PayPal. Oh, Lillian, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation to Nikki'Star Pumpkin Fund. She says, you are so smart, Nikki'Star. Glad I caught this live after such a long time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I don't know what I was saying. I'm happy for them. Happy for them. Oh yeah, but I think I was saying I think they're moving back because they probably want to start a family soon. I think when a lot of people move back home, it's because, hey, if you move back home with your partner, it's because, hey, I'm going to have kids and I'm going to need help, which is smart. Miss Brown Sugar said, didn't fully understand the moving it up, but then moving to Oklahoma seems promising to leave the bachelor bubble. Yeah, I think the relationships work out. Like if you are a reality TV star, your relationship is not going to work in LA. Hell, movie star relationships don't work in LA. Broke relationships don't work in LA. Like it's just not the place to be booed up like that unless you're a native. It's just not the place to be booed up. It just does not work. We're going to end with Denard, and then we're going to get into The Bachelorette last episode, and then Men Tell All. Denard said, yeah, I love Noah and Abigail, rooting for them since Paradise. Yeah, we love them. We love this couple. The prayer circle works, Star Fam. The prayer circle works. Let's get into the latest episode of The Bachelorette, not the Men Tell All, the one before that. The fantasy suites. Let's talk about Joey. Joey, where is he at? Where is he at? With that good grade of hair. Joey got good hair. Look at that. He got some good hair. I like Joey and Charity's date. It was cute. Their little fantasy suite date was cute. I think the only thing that was weird to me was why they were walking in the lake with sneakers on and like acting like it was normal. Y'all didn't think that was weird? I'm like, take your shoes off. That just bothered me the whole day. But I thought it was sweet. I liked how Joey was finally explaining, this is, people think that I'm a people pleaser, but this is why. And just, really being honest with Charity. I thought it was a very sweet, open and honest date. I like Joey. I like Dalton more, but I like Joey. So I think either way, she'll do well. She'll do well, but y'all know who I'm rooting for. Let's move on to Dalton. I guess, girl. Let's move on to Dalton's fantasy suite. Of course, y'all know I'm just enamored with this couple. I love their date. I love that he was like so, and I believed him. I love that he was so innocent and pure and just was like, I didn't know what this show was about. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But when I found out at the end of the show that an engagement is, a necessity, I'm okay with that because I want to be with you. I love them. He's like, I'm okay with it. I believed him. I did. I really did believe them. Charity looks so beautiful, on their date, that beautiful sparkly dress. And, I don't know if anything happened in the fantasy suites, but I know she had her legs wrapped around that man. It was just like, okay, it's time for the cameras to go. So listen, have fun, girl. I didn't like Aaron coming back. They never had real chemistry, in my opinion. I felt like Charity and Aaron had politician and politician wife chemistry, right? Where it's like, we're not necessarily attracted to each other. We both have a different type, but for where we want to go, this works on paper. That's what I got. And even when Aaron came back to speak to Charity, there was like no passion. And I really didn't believe Charity when she was just like, I still am falling in love with this guy. I don't believe it. To me, I felt like that was just a TV show planned cliffhanger because there was no passion. There was no energy between either of them when they saw each other. And it was just like a really stoic conversation that I think just did not matter. I don't think we needed it. I don't think we needed Aaron and that hairline, trying to throw a wrench into, the final two. I don't think it was needed. And it was just, I think it landed flat because it felt flat. It didn't feel like either one of them believed what this scene was. It didn't deliver, in my opinion. It just was unnecessary. And I feel like this show has yet to learn from Becca and how she reacted to them bringing her abusive ex on the show. I just do not think that it's smart to bring back a man that a woman has rejected. Because in the real world, if a woman rejects a man, it's or does no longer want to pursue a relationship with a man, there's a reason there. And I think we need to respect her reason, because a lot of times the rejection of that man is because there's something that they did to make them feel uncomfortable and no longer want to be in their presence. But a lot of times we don't want to see the guy that we said no to. We don't. So I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me. And it's never set right with me with a guy coming back, especially after what that show did to Becca. I did not like that at all. I will never forget that woman's face seeing that man at her door and the bachelorette trying to make it seem like it was a sweet, endearing moment that this abusive dude was fighting for his ex, fighting for their relationship. She would not even open the door. She cracked the door and was like, terrified. Why did y'all keep that scene in? Weird, weird. I'm happy that she's found her happy with the fifth Maori brother. Yeah, but I didn't believe that. I saved the best for last. I saved the best for last. I am just asking for all of the Xavier stands to come front and center. Please, I would like to talk to you. I think we need to have a very open and honest conversation. Because I told y'all who that man was on night one. From his intro, I knew he was a demon. From his intro, I could smell the sulfur coming from off of my TV screen. I knew who that boy was. And y'all all, oh, Nikki, no, he's a good guy. He knits. He's a Morehouse man. He's a Morehouse demon. Y'all fought me tooth and nail over that demon. And I was right all along. But you know what? This always happens to me, especially with this show. I call a guy, I clock his T, and everybody tells me that I'm wrong. When I'm proven to be right, crickets. Where y'all at? Where is y'all at? Tell me that Brayden is so amazing. Not Brayden. What's his name? Xavier. Tell me that Xavier is so amazing. He a Morehouse man. He would never do charity like that. Y'all was fighting for him. And I'm telling you, he's going to be a menace in paradise. Great TV, but he's going to be a menace in paradise with alabaster women. You're going to be silent watching that season. I told y'all about him. I was like, he's an F-boy. The knitting didn't fool me. I saw it right away. So let's get into it. So Charity and Zay, they're on their little date right before the fantasy suites. I will say I am so glad we got clarity with this picture. Do I have it here? Hold on. I thought I put it in here. Maybe I didn't. Is that it? Oh no, that's from my vlog. I gotta post my vlog. And I have to go to the post office. I have a lot I have to do. Anyway, here it is. I'm so glad we got clarity over this. Oh, they won't let me post it. That's why. I'm gonna try one more time. Yeah, I can't post it. Anyway, I'm so glad we got clarity over Charity being brought in. Remember, there's a picture, or in this scene, in her and Xavier's date, she's being brought in on a chair by are they in Maui? Were they in Maui at the time? Hawaiian natives. And I will say it was a little scary. When I saw it, I was like, I don't know if that sit right with my spirit. But we later found out that it was a wedding ceremony. It was like a mock wedding ceremony for Xavier and Charity. So I'm glad we got some clarity on that, some clarity for Charity on that. So anyway, they sit down, they're having dinner, and Xavier's just like, well, I got to tell you something. And Charity's like, what is it? What do you have to tell me? He was just like, well, I wasn't the best guy in my last relationship. My ex wasn't being who I wanted her to be. And now I know that was wrong, but I cheated on her. because she wasn't who I wanted her to be. Even though I know now that it was wrong, but she wasn't who I wanted her to be. So I decided to cheat on her. What? Red flag, right? So Charity's just like, oh my gosh, I'm glad that you now know that what you did was wrong. And I hate to ask this, but you brought it up. So I just have some questions. What led up to that? What were the details? Like, what happened there? He was like, well, I cheated on her 5 times in a span of a week. Charity was like, what? He was like, yeah, well, I was on vacation with the boys. And again, my girlfriend wasn't who I wanted her to be. So, I decided to cheat on her like 5 times in the span of a week. What vacation were you on? Because it sounded like you was at a damn Freaknik. What hedonism resort were you at? What orgy did you attend? Was it Candy Coated Nights? I'm like, you cheated on this woman 5 times in the span of a week. Was it 5 different coochies or was it the same coochie? What the hell happened? I'm telling you, I knew he was an F-boy, but I didn't know that he was the king of the F-boys. That was crazy. That was crazy. I knew it was some bull from the time he said, oh, my ex wasn't who I wanted her to be. Right there, he gonna lead with something stupid, and he thought that you were dumb enough to eat that up, Charity. But I'm glad that she asked questions, but I still did not think that he was going to say that 5 times in the span of a week. You was on freaking vacation. You was whoring. You were whoring with a whole girlfriend. Break up with the woman before you go on vacation if you're going to do that. And I feel like he's been doing stuff like this. He just got caught. That's what I think happened. Because I don't think that he would have told I don't think he came home and told his ex that he cheated on her, that he slept with all of those people, he, pummeled all of those coochies on a vacation. I don't think he told her. I think she found out. And that is why they broke up, because he does not give me, I'm going to tell you what actually happened, and then you could decide to do what you want. He doesn't give me that. She found out, and that's why they're no longer together. She found out. And so then Charity says, this is my thing. Sis, I'm so glad you're not in that situation with Xavier, but I'm going to need you to stand up. Because even after he told you all of that, you're going to say to him, I just need to know that, if we continue on, that you'll be loyal to me. How are you going to continue on after he told you that? How do you want to continue to be in a relationship with a man that does something like that, that makes those decisions with his body and your body? Because I guarantee you, after he was in all them coochies at the Dominican Republic, wherever he was at on a boys' vacation, after he hopped in on them coochies raw, he wasn't wearing no condom raw. He came home and dipped that dirty peen in his ex. So why would you want to continue to pursue a relationship with a man that makes decisions like that? Now, yes, he can grow and do better and learn and mature from those situations, but with him leading and saying, my ex wasn't who I wanted her to be, so I did those things, should have let you know right there that he did not learn anything and that he did not grow, because he's blaming the woman he was deceitful to for making a reckless decision with his body and her body because his boys told him to do it. What kind of friends do you have that they encourage you to do these things, knowing that you have a whole relationship? What kind of friends group is this? Menaces. You're all just a bunch of menaces. And I'm telling you right now, your friends group that you went on that vacation with and did all that cheating with, their girlfriends watched this episode and was staring at them the whole time, because you wasn't the only one dipping your peen in other women. So those girlfriends watched that episode and stared right at their man, who all of a sudden is cleaning the dishes. He trying to find something to do because he know that whole trip, that whole friends group then got exposed. Because ain't no way Xavier was the only one on that trip wilding out. He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one. If your man didn't participate, he encouraged. They all trash. They all trash. So anyway, Charity asked, Xavier, I need to know that if we get together, if we, continue to stay together throughout this process, I need to know that you'll be loyal to me. And he goes, well, I need to see more. Like, I'll make that decision after tonight. I need to see more. Basically telling her, if the coochie is worth it, then I'll decide to be loyal. Because I don't know if I can make that decision to be locked down yet and to no longer be free. His words to her was no longer be free. What? So loving me forever is imprisonment? I need to know if it's worth it. I'll make that decision after tonight. So after I sample your vagina, then I will let you know if you are worthy of my loyalty and trust. Throw the whole man away. I knew he was an F-boy. I didn't know he was like this. Charity was so shocked. So shocked. She like broke down crying. How could she not? She was in it with that dude. She really, we all knew that she really, really liked him. And she could not believe that he said those things to her. I couldn't believe it either. And I knew he was trash. I was shocked. I was like, wow, I thought you were terrible. You proved to me that you're worse. You proved to me that you are worse. I could not believe he said that to her. That was insane. That was insane. I'm telling you, any man with this voice, those Connor-coded vocal cords, any man who talks like that, evil. Evil. Oh my God. Like, what? Evil. Nothing good comes from that voice. I was just hanging with my boys. We were on vacation and my boys encouraged that. You a grown man. You a grown man. Wilding out on vacation? Y'all ain't want to go take a tour? Eat at a nice restaurant? Get a massage? Play some volleyball on the beach? Y'all got to have an orgy on vacation? You know what your girl does? After sitting for 16 hours getting her hair braided, her and her friends go to all the nicest eateries at whatever place that they're vacationing, take a bunch of pics, do a bunch of tours, take a bunch of pics again, eat at nice eateries again, get a massage, hang around at the beach, and then text you all night because they miss you. And they wish you were here. Oh, baby, look at this sunset. I wish you were here. We got to come back together. Y'all gotta have an orgy. Ooh, I knew he was terrible. Not like that. Let's get into the men tell all. This is the thing. This men tell all confirmed for me two things. One, it confirmed for me that Braden was cast for Paradise. He was cast for Paradise, and they put him on Charity season knowing that they were going to pull him out early and take him to Paradise. I don't think that Braden was ever there for Charity. I think he got the first impression rose because they are going to make a star out of him in Paradise. So whatever you think about him, let it go. He's going to be redeemed in Paradise. Because as soon as we saw him, the dude was dark. I was like, oh, he's in Paradise. He's in Paradise. He's serving people of color. He has been in Paradise. Another thing that it confirmed for me is that a majority of Charity's men are in Paradise. All the guys are uber cut and uber dark. All of them. So the ones that we see probably got cut from Paradise, and the ones that we did not see are probably still currently in Paradise filming. That's what I think is happening there. I think her whole season was specifically picked for Paradise because I think they picked the women from the older seasons that they wanted to come back. And I think they picked guys, a lot of them from Charity season, who they wanted to, or who they thought they would make a good match with, or a spark, or, the total opposite at Paradise. I feel like her season was all about Paradise. That's what the men tell all confirmed for me. So anyway, we get there and the men are talking about it was the Braden show. It was a Braden show because y'all kept on talking about Braden. Y'all obsessed with him. And y'all were obsessed with him at the men tell all. Y'all kept on talking about Braden. Even Jesse was enamored with him. Braden got Jesse to put on some feather earrings. That was a fun moment. I will say that. But I really feel like this show based Charity season and Paradise around Braden. I don't know why, because the clip that they showed of Braden in Paradise was just dry. It fell flat. But I think a lot of those men are going to be in Paradise and they're going to give us a show. I know that Xavier is going to be there. Aaron is probably going to be there. A lot of those men are going to be in Paradise and they are going to be cutting up. And all of these men that I told you, all them brothers that I told you normally do not go for sisters, are going to be all up under them white women. And y'all going to be on Twitter lamenting about how you can't believe that so-and-so is going after this white woman with the wide back. I told you. Wake up, Bachelor Nation. Let's get to the former bachelorettes coming out and encouraging Charity. I love that. That was such a sweet moment. What happened with the Deanna girl? Because she was trying to let us know that she's no longer with who she was with, and then she finally said it. And she was just like, yeah, I'm just starting over. If you need another senior bachelorette, I'm here. So what happened with her and her guy? I don't remember her, but she had a story to tell. Trista, amazing. I can't believe her son is 16. Oh God, we're old. Oh my God. I was so happy for Trista. This also confirmed for me again that Trista needs to host a bachelorette. I love how she spoke life into Charity. I love just how sweet and kind she is. Like, she was like that when the show started, The Bachelorette, and she was like that on her season when she was competing for The Bachelor. And like, she's still like that today. The Bachelorette needs an older woman who has done this before to guide her through. The Bachelorette host is Trista. I don't know why we keep on booking stoic Jesse, who gave us a bit more personality. But let me tell you something. I'm a Food Network hoe. I see Jesse all up and down that channel, and he's a really fun guy. The host that we get on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is not the Jesse that I see. Now, if the Food Network Jesse showed up on The Bachelorette, I may be like, you know what, let him stay. But that guy doesn't show up. So this needs to be Trista's job. I think she will do an amazing job. I don't know why they will not book her. Did y'all come to her and she said no because the kids, she needed to raise her kids? Girl, they're in high school. They're going to be gone for 8 hours. You got time. I would love for her to be the host of The Bachelorette. Keep on fighting for this woman to get a job and y'all won't give it to her. Anyway, so Xavier decides to come up because Charity, she's out. She comes out. She looks great. Xavier decides to come up and he wants to redeem himself. He just made himself look worse. He's like, oh, well, I had to go to therapy. I was like, for what? Sex addiction? Because what the hell you go to therapy for? What the hell did you go to therapy for? You're still not taking accountability for anything. You literally blame Charity for you being awful to her. Well, I didn't know, I didn't know if you loved me because you didn't say anything. I didn't know how you felt about me. Charity, I'm so glad she cleared him. She was just like, I told you a billion times how I felt about you. Like, so you're not going to sit here and play this game and say that you were confused and you did not know. Like, that's not what it is. At the end of the day, I really think that the producers probably picked him too and was just like, listen, we want you for Paradise. So, figure a way to get out of, going to the fantasy suites with Charity. Now, they probably didn't think that he was going to do such a great job and make himself look so awful because they probably had a different storyline for him in Paradise. But he came out the gate swinging. Something had to flip for him. And I think the flip was an opportunity to be a star in Paradise. That's what I think it was. Because how do you just come out the gate swinging with this foolishness? And we have not seen this guy the whole time. I did. I didn't know he was going to do it like this. But he tried to redeem himself, and I wasn't buying it. I wasn't buying it. And then he gives her a knitted rose. Oh, hold on, wait, I have something for you. He runs back and he comes with a knitted rose. The audience was like, I'm sorry, Xavier. The way you ran back, we thought that it was going to be something amazing. A knitted rose. I just wanted to give this to Charity because she's awesome, and this is what she deserves. He's a menace. And he's 28 years old. I don't think he's done being a menace. I see him coming down from being a menace at a good 45. I think he's going to be a menace for a very long time. Women, listen, you could do whatever you want with your bodies. Your body, your choice, right? If you decide to lay down with that man, strap it up. Or plan B. Anyway, don't attach a kid to that man. Not now. Not now. The Golden Bachelor comes out. I really like him. I really, really like the Golden Bachelor. I'm happy. And I talked to my mom. She has agreed to review the Golden Bachelor with me. Oh Lord, that's going to be a journey. But I really like the Golden Bachelor. He's cute. He's sweet. Is his wife Creole? Because two of his daughters, I'm like, because they're multiracials. You don't know what race they're going to pull from and dominate, but you get a little mixture. You get a little mixture in different children. Is the wife Creole? Anyway, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's going to find love again. I loved everything that he said. I just hope he's not messy because I'm on the journey with him. He seems like a really, really nice guy, a genuine, older man who is really looking for love. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the Golden Bachelor. We'll see. We'll see if he's messy. But for now, I'm in it. I think he fully convinced me that he was the right person for this position when he said he's not looking for the exact same love that he got from his wife. He's looking for a new love because he's in a different place. He was just like, things that I looked for and desired. It's not the same things that I was looking for when I was in high school or in college. I'm in my 70s. I want something different. So I'm looking for a new love. Oh my God. I'm in it. I thought it was a really cute scene where he was just like, he passed the STD test. Because them old people be banging. But I like him. Let's get to this trailer. Charity, why is Datoon crying? Why is he crying? Who are you sending home? Oh my God, I'm going to be stressed out. I'm going to be stressed out next week. Thanks a lot, Charity. Anyway, let's get into these comments. Mimi said, oh, it's Fiji. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I did say Hawaii. Forgive me. Fiji. I had a coworker who swore I was Fijian. Can you say it? I feel like I can say it, especially with my hair like this. I can say it. I was like, no, that's new. Fijian. She was like, because she was Fijian. And she was like, you look just like my neighbor. You sure you're not Fijian? I was like, no, I'm not. I love the water. Mimi Nick said, them using the Fijian marriage ceremony like a prop annoyed me. That was a little scary when I saw the trailer. I'm like, what's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening? Charity said, NTR said, Charity said, so when a bee walks by to Xavier, I had to rewind to make sure I heard right. She had every right to get him together. Every right. I'm like, where the hell did you go? I did not. I'm telling you guys, I almost fell off my couch. I cheated 5 times in the span of a week. God damn, what the hell was you on? Did you pop a bunch of Viagra? That is a level of horniness. That's beyond me. My God, what was that man on? 5 times. Wow. Wow. MC said, but Nikki, he was hot and he knitted and his mom and sister was cute. I was hoping he was a good one. Nope. I bet you he lives in a household where his sister has a totally different experience living under their roof than he does. Light years of a difference between them two. He gives me that. SL said I was big mad when they brought Becca's, what is that? Becca's ex back. That was an awful scene. Awful scene. Rain said it feels so insidious when they come back. Like in front of multiple witnesses and cameras, she told you she don't want you and you still came back. With no passion. No passion. Well, I just, I wanted to let you know I'm still in love with you. Okay. Believable? No. Believable? Absolutely not. Y'all was in love with Warwick in that hair. And I was just like, he's not for her. He's not for her. Y'all were so like going over Warwick's hair. He fell flat. Y'all just wanted him to be your Disney Prince fantasy. Nope. A Morehouse demon. A Morehouse demon. I'm telling you, I could see it on him. I knew he was an F-boy. Again, not to that extent. He surprised me. But I knew it. I knew it. Megan said Charity used her therapy skills to sift out that man. He was talking in major circles. From the minute he said that his ex wasn't who he wanted her to be. Yikes. Naya said him being a Morehouse man proved your point even more. Menaces. Yep. Alma said if a man disses his ex, it's a dub. He's a weirdo. Yep. I was standing 10 toes down and they was fighting me. No, don't assume, Nikki. Like, I don't see what you're seeing about Xavier. He knits. He's smart. He's the Morehouse man. Where y'all at now? Where is y'all at? Donna said, I don't doubt you, sis. That silver-haired demon that lied to Becca. Ciao. A mess. Onika said, when I'm on vacation with my boys. At 28? So you're not the leader in the group. You're not the leader in the group. The leader in the group is probably happily married and just sat and watched y'all do all of that mess. And that's probably how your ex found out, because the leader in the group watched everything. He watched everything. And he was just like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Oh, so-and-so is home. But not really trying to stop you, because he lives for the mess. He lives for the drama. And as soon as he put that suitcase down and his home, he ran to his wife and was like, girl, let me tell you what happened in the Dominican Republic, but you can't tell nobody. She was like, honey, you know me. I'm not going to tell nobody. And as soon as she got all the tea, she hopped in a group chat with all of y'all girlfriends. It was just like, y'all better go get tested. That's probably how it happened. Whew! Flolo said, child, if you can't trust a man who can knit, who can you trust? It was the knitting. I'm telling you, he was using the knitting to distract you from seeing that he was a demon. It was a distraction. It was a distraction. MC said, I'm sorry, but that scene at dinner was the funniest I have ever seen. My man could not even lie. He was like, what you want me to do if I see girls? He's just like, I don't know, if I can do that and just be with one person forever and not have the freedom. What freedom? Why are you on this show? The end game is to be somebody's husband. So why are you on a show talking about freedom? Menace. In the span of a week, that's a lot of sex with different people. Amma also says the fact that he didn't have immediate guilt after the first cheatation is enough to let him go. Yeah, if he did that 5 times in the span of a week, that's not his first time. That's his first time getting caught. That's his first time getting caught. Oh, Nika said Xavier's person is posting pics of Charity on his story, child, trying to repair his image. Amma said the fact that he wasn't sure if he could stay faithful and that it would be hard not to. So glad she let him go. Yep. He couldn't even say it. She's like, I need to know if you're going to be loyal. Oh, wow. What? Why did you come on this show? Did you think it was an open relationship? Crazy. It was. I'm telling you, because NTR, I was gagged. I was like, I can't believe you just said that. I can't believe you said that. Oh, I cannot. Oh, stagecoach. Maybe he was a stagecoach. Oh my goodness. Yes, MC. I can only make up my mind about you if I'm going to be loyal to you after tonight. He was letting this woman know that if your vagina is worth it, then I'll decide if I'm going to be loyal to you. He's going to be a menace for a very long time. He's going to. Absolutely. But he's worse than Future, right? Because he got a white collar job and he knits. He's worse. Because he's unsuspecting. He's like you don't expect it from him. Amma said the way he said it, you just know it was multiple women he cheated with. A mess. Yeah, he got caught. He did not come home and tell that woman that he cheated. He got caught. Teresa G said, I heard orgy and hedonism from the other room. They call the one in the grill Jamaica the jungle because they're animals. Yikes. I remember some guy went viral because he was at a Jamaican hedonism resort and somebody, like this guy was like interviewing people and they interviewed him. And the guy was like so horny. The guy was so horny they couldn't like interview him. It was like some old white guy who was in like Speedos and like you could tell that he like packed the front of it because the penis was just like large and bulky. And he was like talking to people, like interviewing people at the hedonism resort. And he tried to interview this old white man. And he was just like, yeah, I love coming to this resort. I love the women. Nah. And then he started like humping the air. He scared the guy that was interviewing him. The guy that was interviewing him was like, I'll never forget it. I was like, what the hell is going on? Not kink shaming, but I'm telling you right now, if I was into like stuff like that, the minute I got to that hedonism resort and saw that man, I would go. I would be like, you know what? This isn't for me. This isn't for me. I think so too, Caitlin. Caitlin said the fact that Xavier confessed now just proves that he wanted that passport stamp. Yeah, I felt like it was an out for him. And I'm so glad that Charity even clocked him again, because she was just like, to say all of that to me, and then when we get to the car, hug me and say that you love me. That was rude. Like, she was just like, I did not like that, because how do you love me after saying all of that? He was like, no, but I was falling in love with you and I meant that. And boy, bye. Yes. And he knew that. And she led with that in the conversation. That's why he told her. He's like, yeah, I got to be honest with you. You've been talking about being cheated on. I got to let you know, I cheated on my ex because she wasn't who I wanted her to be. White. Let me stop. Where's the ex? I want to talk to her. Some people said 5 different people in a week is a full-time job. What was he on? Flolo said, my jaw dropped at 5 days. Like, what? I'm glad Charity said that at the mental law, she would have let Xavier go sooner had she known that info sooner. I think she certainly would have. Absolutely. And Miss Brown Sugar said, no, I'm glad she asked more questions because the answers. It just got more and more bizarre the more he answered. And I was like, shut up. Like, just shut up. Dude, just leave. Just leave. He doesn't. Because he thinks he's a good catch, right? Because he has a really good job. That he also shows the sensitive side where, he goes and he knits, right? And then, no shade, but then he leaves with like the relationship that he has with his mom. And, an unsuspecting woman would think that he's a really good guy, because his sister is not going to tell you that he's a scoundrel, right? The women in that family will protect him, no matter how awful the dude is. The woman in the family always protects the worst men of their community. Always. Especially if it's the son, they will go to bat for him. The daughter won't get that same loyalty and dedication, but the son, absolutely. So you like, we met his mom and his sister and we fell in love with them. They were so sweet and so beautiful, right? His intro is him knitting, talking about a softer side. His intro is him talking about, the reason why he went into the job that he went into was because he wanted to find a cure for his mom. Come on. Your heart is melting. Your panties is dropping. You're not looking at the fact there's a full demon in front of you, knitting you a scarf, because you've fallen in love with the things that he used to distract you from how terrible he actually is. Hey, Miss Nikki'Stars. Miss Nikki'Star said, miss you. So sad you're not doing Love Island. I am. I'm catching up this week because there's a lot of episodes. I'm catching up this week and I'll start reviewing it next week. Me too. I want the tea from the ex. I want to know what actually happened. I want to know. He was absolutely being Blake Stagecoach. My Nikki'Star says, thank you so much for the super chat. Said, missed you and said you're not doing Love Island. I am. It's coming. Miss Brown Sugar said 2 group chats I wish I could peek in. Xavier's ex and her homegirls, and Xavier's sister's friends. They got a side group with her tearing his A up. Absolutely. Well, on the show, he's 28. I don't know if he's 29 now, or if he's 30. I don't know how long the show was, but in his bio, it says that he's 28 on the website. So, Lee Jin, what's up? Said, was driving and had to pull over to type. Preach about Xavier and Aaron. Aaron had red flags from the get-go for me. Do not find any man attractive who is so obsessed over another man. Braden, they were all obsessed with Braden. I feel like Braden is physically attractive to straight men. I feel like Braden is the kind of guy that straight men would be like, I'm not gay, but he's cute. Because I feel like the way those men were upset with him, I'm like, yeah, it's something more. Y'all attracted to him. And not saying this sexually, right? But there's something else there. And I think they're probably jealous of his attraction, maybe that could be it. But the way those men were obsessed with Braden, it's not, something ain't adding up. Something ain't adding up. Maybe he got favoritism from producers. Maybe y'all found out that he was there just to be cast in Paradise. Maybe that's it. But they're obsessed with that dude. Addie, she absolutely did. Good for her. Good for her. She absolutely did. And that's another thing. He's handsome and he's tall. He got a lot going for him. He's handsome. He's tall. Let's be honest. He's a dark-skinned Black man. That's what a lot of women are attracted to sexually because of, stereotypes. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. He knits a sensitive side, right? Like I said before, he went into the career and the education that he went into because he's trying to help his mom. Oh my God, that's so sweet. We're all in, right? He's not talking to you like a street dude. You're immediately cautious when a street dude approaches you because of stereotypes, right? You're not cautious when, this man with his Connor vocal cords is like, hey, how you doing? Do you want to knit? You're like, oh my God, he's so unsuspecting. He's so sweet. He asked me if I wanted to knit. He gonna do you like that street dude you was trying to avoid. Because you expected something from that street dude. You're not expecting it from this Morehouse man who knits. Okay. He gonna have your head on swivel. You're gonna get so many text messages and DMs saying, I'm coming to you as a woman. Child, seasoned. I need to hear from the ex. MC said, as Xavier apologist, the worst I was expecting was him to say he's not ready to propose or even for a committed relationship. And I was like, whatever. But as he talks, it just kept getting worse. Yep. And Flolo said, and to say and had the nerve to say I love you at the end. Yep. F boy behavior. I still love you. After he took you through hell. I wish it would have worked out. Evil. Spency said, girl, my friend cheated on her man and slipped by telling him her friends encouraged her. He took her back. Oh, child. Alma said, I hated seeing people commending him on his honesty. If you're being honest, that means you're going to say something horrendous that don't tell me. This is the thing. That's how men like him tries to right their wrongs. Well, at least I told you the truth. What? Do you know what you just told me? I don't get any brownie points for being honest. I could have kept lying. I could have kept doing it. Like, that's how they think. And they want a pat on the back for being honest because of how they look and how they are perceived. People will go easier on them. But if Xavier looked like Rumpelstiltskin in blackface, he would have been getting dragged all up and down the globe. But because of how he looks, because of how he speaks, because of his education, because of his job, because of his height, because of his build, a lot of people let that go and pat him on the back for his honesty. Miss Brown Sugar said, yeah, Braden was destined for Bachelor in Paradise. And it's the other men's fault he gets so much screen time. They gave him too much cash. Yeah, they were all over him. They did. And it was terrible. But he's going to be the star of Paradise. Yep. As soon as the camera zoomed in on him, I was like, he's 3 shades darker. He absolutely just got back from Paradise. Caitlin said Deanna didn't get married to her final pick, but she ended up marrying the brother of a former contestant, and they were together for like 10 years. Oh, okay. Wow. Well, she said she's back on the prowl. I know that's right. Yeah, he can. Also, because he's doing a better job at other jobs than this one. I think she doesn't want the gig because of her kids, but I'm like, if they're in high school, they'll be fine for 8 hours. Yeah, she maybe appreciated that. But I just want her to come into her own. Like, Tristan, you have such a, do what you want to do. I want you to be the host. Miss Brown Sugar said Cherry wasn't having it. Xavier kept talking himself into corners. And I think he thought that since we didn't see it on screen, he could BS his way through it. Yep. Flolo said the way they edited made it seem like he couldn't take Charity's questions and ran off the stage. Yeah. Only to come back with the knitted rose. He's terrible. Terrible. Amma said, I worry about men like this. He's the type of man to be in a nursing home. Yep. Alone. Mimi Nick said, thank you. The sister with the 3C curls. I was like, the sister with the 3C curls and the sister with the bang. I'm like, who the mama? Yeah, because I'm like, I saw that girl here and I said, hold on. I'm like, but the thing is, they all look alike, just from different cultures. OMG. Oh, now I see Polynesian if that's the case. I can see that. Oh, Dr. M said, I heard he was cheating on his wife. That's what Harriet Tubman cousin's daughter said. You a mess, Dr. M. Oh, you a mess. Christina said, yeah, Nick D spread that rumor with no proof and had to apologize for saying that about Jerry. Yeah, Mr. Jerry ain't no cheater. He ain't no cheater. Addie said, Xavier is the type of man to put his wife through hell, cheat on her for 10 years before coming to his senses. Yep. And then get at like his 40th birthday party and thank her for holding him down. And be like, yeah, I was a terrible husband, but you stood by me. Thank you for suffering for me. I love you, girl. No, the reason why you're faithful is because your penis doesn't work anymore. So now I got to deal with that. You can't go rounds like you used to. You can't cheat on me 5 times in a week anymore. So now I got to deal with that. I got to deal with your erectile dysfunction. Now you want to be faithful. Because them young girls want money. Now you want to be faithful because it's cheaper to keep her. Get out of here. Susan said, what did you think about those guys bullying the night one guy, Peter? So random. I don't think they bully him. I think they call his BS. Peter was lying. He was sitting there saying, oh, F Peter. My church group saw that. My volunteer group saw that. The men were actually going to let Peter go. They were going to let him go with whatever he wanted to say. When he started talking about bullying in the church group, they were like, that never happened. Your church group didn't see that. You're lying. That did not happen. Because if you were so concerned, you would not have been on the phone with the PR department for this show asking about brand deals and letting us know that you're going to make a t-shirt. I think he was trying to make an issue by garnering sympathy from the audience. And the guys were like, yeah, we're not going to let you do that. Not while blaming us. Get your bag, but don't put it on us. So I'm glad they got him together. Christina said, man, I messed with a Morehouse man. Never again. You know what? I have found out from doing this. I make a list of men that I need to stay away from. Nigerian men is on that list. Athletes. Now Morehouse men. Knitters. I swear, every time we do something like this, something always comes up and it's just like, oh no, you got to stay away from those group of men. No. Because I remember when, what is his name? The guy off of What was that show? Love is Blind. And y'all was like, of course. He's Nigerian. Of course, he's a Nigerian man. Of course he would do that. And I was like, what? They were like, I'm not, he didn't fool me. He didn't have me fooled. Now we got to stay away from Morehouse men. My God, the list is getting long and the men, the available men are getting smaller and smaller. Who do I run to? Oh, it's a college. It's a historically Black all-male college in Atlanta. And it's like they're supposed to be like the cream of the crop of men, of Black elite men. Spencer said, LML, the way Nikki clocked the tea. I'm telling you, that's what happened. The leader told his wife, and his wife told the group chat. The leader told his wife. He rolled that carry-on in the kitchen and was like, get some wine. Get some wine, girl. Let me tell you something. Nobody gossips more than a husband. Because one thing about him, he know all the tea. He know his wife's friends group's tea, and he knows his friends group's tea, right? Because with the friends group, in both situations, in the wife friend group and in his own friend group, he's quiet. Because he'll do this thing and be like, nah, I can't do that. I'm old. I'm married. I'm a dad. I don't have the energy like I used to. But he listens to everything. He's a lending ear to everything. And with his boys, he gives advice, but not too much that they won't make those terrible decisions that become his entertainment when they all fall through. So he takes that, everything that happens in his friends group, and he take it to the wife. And the wife don't have to tell him nothing that happened in the friends group. Why? Because every time she's on the phone with her girlfriends, where is he? Sitting on the couch, acting like he watching the game on mute. He listening to the whole conversation. Every time the girls come over to the house, where is he at? All right, I'm going to get out the way. I'm going to go in my man cave. Go in that man cave, leave that door crack open so he can get all the tea. And all he does is wait for the wife to mention something. And he goes, what? Really? Oh, I heard her saying something about Gary, but I didn't. What happened? Nobody gossips more than a husband. Nobody gossips more than a husband. And he got everybody tea. Rain said it's a historically Black college. Yep. An infamous one for producing a lot of civil rights leaders and politicians. Yep. Sylvie Simone said there's one guy in the group on the guys trip who does a nightly recap phone call with the wife back home. Absolutely. Nah, I'm just, I'm in the room. I'm in the room. They down there, acting like they single, but not me. Not me though, because I let them know I got something good at home. I'm not trying to mess that up. And all the wife got to say, what's happening? I don't want to do that. Sheila, I don't want to do that. Stop asking me. Well, what had happened was nobody gossips more than the husband. Nobody. Miss Brown Sugar said the OG Bachelorette segment make me think, Charity is engaged to Datude and they invested in their success. But some of these comments got me. Listen, I'm nervous. Yeah, I saw that. MC said, someone on Twitter said he was knitting the biggest red flag and y'all missed it. He was literally knitting something red. Yep. Dahlia said, did Xavier tell her all this before or after the fantasy suites? Because that tells me everything I need to know. No, he told her before, and he basically let her know that when they go to the fantasy suites, that he needs to go to the fantasy suites because that's how he's going to determine if he's going to be loyal to her. Crazy. Yes, Onika said, when he said, I don't want to cheat on you, like it was a war in his head. Yeah, I don't want to do that, but you have a problem then, sir. If you cannot control your body, you have a problem. Blue Jay said, hey, Miss Nikki, and 5 times in a week. Yep. Like, where the hell was he? I hate to say it, but he gives me passport bro too. He gives me passport bro. Yeah. So y'all saw that guy too? Absolutely not. Yep. Some people said mess around in one of those resorts and find Mr. Hilton. Yep. Miss Brown Sugar said, did he say 5 different people or multiple times and 5? Not that one is much better than the other. Yep. We don't know. We do not know. All we know is that he was a menace. Blue Jay said, honestly, when it comes to that type of cheating, the sex was probably poor or completely absent. Nothing of true substance. She dodged a bullet of emptiness. Absolutely. Absolutely. Smitty said, Nikki really clocks the tea. Please get a Patreon. This tea collecting is so good. I gotta, I'm still trying to figure all of that stuff out. Oh, Blue Jay said, girl, it got to be painful to raise a son that will hurt others like the men that hurt you. Too damn old. My boys. You still getting influenced by your boys at 28? And you want to be somebody's husband? That's the thing. It's like y'all are childlike adults, but y'all want to be in this position of leadership and y'all want somebody to submit to you. Why would I submit to you when you submit to your boys on vacation? Oh, so you doing the bending as well? We both bending? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You want submission, but you don't earn that. Like, I want to trust you to lead my life. You can't even keep your penis in your pants on vacation, but you want to lead my life. Me too. Nobody has found the X. Like, I'm so glad that Charity has had a drama-free season, but my God, today, we normally at this point see everybody's exes. An ex has come out and said that somebody on the show is lying. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? There's no tea. There's no juice. What's happening here? Oh. NTR said, if you live in Atlanta, you're expecting it. Oh my God. OMG. Oh, Q Dogs. You got to add Q Dogs to the list. Heard they're terrible. I didn't know they were terrible. They were absolutely frightening. I'm so sorry. Like, Q's, you have to do better with that. That's very scary. So, like, just come up to a woman at a party and start barking. That's very scary. Jump scare. The first time that happened to me, I was terrified. And the broad next to me was screaming. I'm like, what the hell is attractive about this? We're 18. What are you doing? Weird. So you don't got to get that together. That is not attractive. Li Jin said, yeah, what is it about the women protecting a cheating son or brother? I have witnessed this, women not supporting other women. Yeah, they do it all the time. Yes, he has the perfect cover. You will never expect it. You would never expect him to be awful. Never. Miss Brown Sugar, I think at some point women are just going to get tired, especially this generation of women. I don't think he's going to be able to find anybody if he continues to treat women the way he does them. Or I don't think he'll be able to find the kind of woman that he wants. Miss Brown Sugar said, Nikki, are you me or I'm you? I use the same exact phrasing in my comment, holding me down. We twins. We twins. Yeah, on the list. Number one. I used to think it was so cute that they wanted to get married early. And then all my friends who had military men were like, girl, don't do it. Girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Ciao. Deborah said there's a Morehouse man on this season of Love Island USA, and that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Yeah, absolutely. Or physical violence. It's always that, cheating and physical violence. And I'm like, no, that's not a relationship. I'm sorry. I don't want a relationship where I have to suffer. And I feel like that has become the standard for Black women. Hell no. Hell no. Well, you know, you want to hit some rough patches. A rough patch is us not liking the same kind of movie. I want to go see Insidious and he wants to go, you know, see Transformers. You know what? I would love to see Transformers. Oppenheimer. I want to see Barbie. He wants to see Oppenheimer. And we can't agree. But we both want to go to the same movie together. And we're having a little standoff. That's the rough patch. Y'all talking about a rough patch was, oh, he blacked my eye and I had to go into safe housing for 2 months. But he got radically saved and came back and, you know, repented, and I forgave him and we worked it out. And now we're happily married. No. I don't want you to have to put me in a hospital for you to realize, oh, I almost killed her and a good woman. Let's make this work. Absolutely not. I was in church. Church is dangerous for women, especially Black women. And this preacher was preaching about the rough season of their marriage, and it was abuse. What? No way. No, but God got us through it. No, God was telling you to get out of that situation. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He had 6 babies on me. But I decided to stay in my marriage and pray for that man because I knew he was a man of God. And that was who God had for me. Absolutely not. That's who the devil had for you. Why would God want you to suffer like that? That don't make no sense. That doesn't make any sense. My rough patch is a movie disagreement. My rough patch is him liking shrimp and always wanting to go to a seafood broil where I want to go to an Italian restaurant. But he's a seafood guy. He got a cracker crab leg. And I want to have pasta out of a cheese bowl. That's the rough patch. Guys, I had to learn how to make snow crab legs. I hate them, but he loves them. So I had to get a recipe and I make them for him every Sunday, even though I hate them. But that's a rough patch. Not him beating you up at the family reunion and nobody saving you. No. Not him giving you an STD. That is not a rough patch. That's attempted murder. No. Anytime they do that, I'll put her through it. Oh. He beat the brakes off of her. That's what he means. He beat the brakes off of her. That's what he means. That's why none of them kids look like her. She kept on accepting outside babies. That's the rough patch. Absolutely not. You know what a rough patch for a man is in a relationship? She got cancer. I didn't know if I could stick through it. But now she's in remission, so I decided to stay. I love my wife. It's hell! It's hell! Oh, women, you're too amazing to live like this. You're too amazing to live like... Is he a Kappa? Charity, you should have saw this coming. You should have saw this coming. Oh, you should have saw that coming. A Morehouse Kappa. Oh, mm, mm, mm. Deborah I said, it's like he told her, if the thing is golden, he'll try to stay faithful, talking about, I need to know more. That's what it is. That's what it is. I can't believe he said that. Dr. Lillian said, this is my opinion about Xavier. I really do not think he's a bad person. Most of the men, excuse me, I bet have cheated as well. Xavier is book smart and necessarily smart. I'm glad he's in therapy. The thing is, I don't buy it. I think he's just a liar. And I think he's able to like get out of these situations because he can talk himself out of accountability. Like he was talking a good game to Charity. A really good game. And see, this is the thing. And women do this often with men because men are, they're a privileged community and, they're giving more access to be awful, right? People pick them up all the time. Women don't get that same thing. And to say, I really don't think he's a bad person. You are absolutely a bad person if you are in a committed relationship with someone and you go on a trip and have sex with multiple people or one person multiple times, and then come back and engage in sex with that person without their knowledge of what you are doing. You are being a deceiver. You are choosing to deceive that person that you love, or who loves you, or that you have decided to be in a committed relationship with. You are deceiving them, and you are committing attempted murder by laying down with them, and they are unaware that you've laid down with multiple people. That's not what a good person does. And that is how men get out of treating women humanely, because they'll say things like, oh, he just did a little cheating. Absolutely not. If that man is having sex with you unprotected and multiple people, protected or unprotected, he is committing attempted murder when he is laying down with you and you are unaware. And Black women got to get that, and get that now. Black women have to get that and get that now, because AIDS, HIV, that's on us. We are the number one community affected by that. Black women. We got to get that knowledge quick. Oh, you watched it? Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. They were never on my list. Absolutely not. Lawyers, especially if you're a defense attorney. Nope. Your job is deceiving people. Your job is lying. No, sir. No, sir. Dolly said, unfortunately, add police to the list, specifically detectives. They will dog you out and then bop you upside the head. No, ma'am. Yep. You. Oh, you know what, Cameron? This is not all. Like, in every facet, you get a good one. Not if he's a cop, though. Jesse said, unfortunately, these men will continue to get a lot of women. A lot of women think they can change them. Yep. Or they'll be different with them. I think it's called the Cinderella complex. Absolutely. Yeah. Emotional manipulation. Nope. Dr. M said, my rough patch is us not liking the same soccer team, right? My rough patch is him not liking the Eagles. That's it. Not him knocking out my front teeth. What the hell? the worst thing that's ever happened to the Black community. In every interview, the Black woman has suffered. Remember the Black woman that got shot for her man? I was like, you got shot? What the hell? What? He lost his job, and I had to take on 6 more jobs just to pay the mortgage. And while I was working all those 6 jobs, he cheated on me with my neighbor. And then a guy will hop in and be like, you know, I did it because she just was never there. She was never around, and I was missing her. So the first woman that I saw, I had sex with, and I'm so sorry, baby. I should have never did that. She wasn't around because she was working on them damn jobs to take care of you. It's not fun. It's not fun. Miss Brown Sugar said a rough patch is illness or unexpected layoff or exhaustions from children cutting in a quality time, not the consequences of your own poor behavior. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, I'm a case where we put each other through it, and it's her only hitting him back after being abused the whole time. Yep. Yep. I had I was chasing her down with my gun, and she backed into me and ran over my ankle, and I lost my left foot. As you should, you idiot. You were trying to kill her. But that's our rough patch. Ciao. I agree, Donna. Donna said, I don't think he's been in therapy. I feel like he just said it because it makes him look like a modern man. He's a liar. That goes to therapy and the fact that Charity is a therapist. Nothing he says gives me therapy. Absolutely. Absolutely. AC said, LOL, I guess I'm innocent-minded because when Xavier said he needed to see more, I really thought he meant off-camera conversation where she's not. Oh! Ciao. Dahlia said, I did research study on AIDS in Black women in the 10th grade. I turned 35 today. Nothing has changed. Yep. Because Black women are raised to suffer next to Black men. Like we are expected or taught that that is what the relationship should be, right? So Black women who are in relationships with Black men who are suffering think that this is the norm. That is not 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 the norm. Oh, hold on. Sorry, Mom. Oh, wait. Child. I'll be back. I'll be back. Sorry, Queen. I saw your pictures. You look so pretty. You look so pretty. Yes, you look so pretty. All right, let me get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna get a couple more. Christina said, I'm catching so late. I gotta go back and watch. I've been waiting for this. A lot has happened in this life. Be ready, Christina. Deborah said, remove pilots and surgeons. I heard about surgeons too, because they have a God complex. Yep. I didn't hear that about pilots, but yeah, I can see it. Miss Brown Sugar said, it's the honesty with.
What, that was so rude.
Without humility, remorse, or proof of change behavior that are deal breakers. Yeah. Like, listen, people make mistakes and they can absolutely do better. It's the manipulation that comes with it, because how I know that Xavier has not grown. When he talked to Charity, he said his ex wasn't who he wanted her to be. So he cheated on her. When he sat down and talked to Charity, you didn't tell me that you love me. So that's why I said what I said to you. No. You have not grown. You've learned nothing. I heard that too, and I'm so disappointed. Oh, I didn't know that. Remember, everybody wanted to fire your man. Jesse Lee said, I think we need to reverse engineer this. What are the occupations on the yes list? What are the occupations on the yes list? I know another occupation on the no list, preachers. Preachers, prophets, leaders, teachers in the church. Any deacons? Nah. Security? Church security? Nah. Carol said, my son and his groomsmen went on a guy's trip and he fell out with one of them because the guy slipped away from the group and hooked up with a random girl. He had a wife at home with a newborn baby. Child, there was a viral video of this brother. He was in his car and he said that he fell out with one of his friends because I think they were at a club or something and he wanted him to call his girl and say that he was somewhere he wasn't. And he was like, no, I'm not doing that. He was like, no, go home and make it work with her because you have now brought me into the relationship. I'm all involved. You know, I become friends with her because you brought her into my life and I like her. I like your kids. Like, you're not going to mess that up. Now we've become a community. So go home and fix that situation. You're not going to cheat on her, not in front of me, and I'm not going to help you because that's not the right thing to do. I'm going to hold you accountable. You brought me into this relationship. I'm going to make sure you stay in this relationship. And all the men in the comment were just like, oh, you're a simp, you're this. And I'm just like, that makes total sense. I don't know what kind of friend group people have, but my friend group don't play that. Absolutely not. You want to go out there and be a menace and, you know, cheat on your partner and be a deadbeat dad. You won't be a part of this friends group. Absolutely not. We are big on accountability. Big on accountability. One of my friends tried to come to the group with something else, and we was like, no. He's like, I shouldn't have said nothing. We were like, yeah, you're shutting up. Now we're going to hold you accountable. That's a friendship. Because at the end of the day, you don't want your friend doing something awful. You don't want your friend hurting another person. You don't want your friend inviting that evil into his life because you love this person and you know that they're better and you want them to do better and you hold them accountable. That's what a friend group is supposed to do. Your son did the right thing. Your son did the right thing. Miss Froshik said, not too much on lawyers now. All right, I'm talking about men. Talking about men. Every profession I'm talking about is just for men. Yeah, the ladies are safe. Our job is to be a zealous advocate for clients. That don't make you a liar. You are right, Miss Brown Sugar. Jesse said, I dated an MD, PhD, a medical doctor, PhD, and he was like, Jessica, I'm saving lives. I don't have time to call you back all the time. Bye. Amma said, unfortunately, effects of slavery have taught us that struggling together, true, or at the hands of our partner is perceived as building a stronger bond. Absolutely. Absolutely. Deborah said, therapy isn't always the best for some people. Therapists get paid to tell people that their feelings are valid no matter what they are. Not everybody needs to be told that. And sometimes the men take what they've learned from therapy and use it to manipulate the women. See? Me too, Blue Jay. I'm happy that Black women are changing their minds. I am too. Yeah, that's what I believe too, Miss Brown Sugar, because editing will make it seem like one thing, but when Charity responded, she confirmed what we heard. So they wasn't cutting nothing up. She was like, what more do you need to see? The bedroom is not going to change how you feel about me. Like, what? Ciao. Teresa said, a lady said policemen beat and firemen cheat once, like it was a nursery rhyme. I should know. It's hell out here. It absolutely is. Yeah, I've heard good things about longshoremen. I've heard good things about them. We're going to end here with Blue Jay. Blue Jay says the worst thing to do to someone is to not hold them accountable because they never change or grow, always failing because they can't see their wrongs. Yeah. Like, if nobody's holding them accountable, then what? That's why, like we were talking about earlier, the men whose mothers just do not let them in on anything. Like, they raise their sons like oblivious to the world, especially when it comes to relationships with women. So they do terrible things to women and are oblivious that women are reacting a certain way because their mother never did that. Girl, you got to let your son in. You got to let him see the real. You have to let him see the real. I don't know why you're so upset. My mom did this. My mom cooked and cleaned and washed everybody's clothes and then went and worked a full-time job, and she never complained to you. To you. She complained to your sister. She complained to your grandma. She complained to your auntie. She complained to her coworkers. She complained to the Lord. But she didn't tell you. Because I'm protecting my boy. My boy don't need to hear it. Why your daughter need to hear it? So she can learn that this is what suffering is in a relationship, that this is what it's supposed to be. Let's do better. Let's do better. Jesse Lee said, so far, the yes list is accountants. I've heard that about garbage men. And they make good money, got good benefits. I've heard that about garbage men. Y'all better get yourself a blue collar man. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. I got to get out of here because I'm about to hop into my Montgomery Brawl live. My God, today, I hope it doesn't reach the wrong audience. If you want to talk about that, I will see you then. Let me check my super chats to make sure I got them all. Heather, how's it going? Did you post the link in? I didn't see it, but I'm going to take the link that you sent me and add it to the description box when I get out of here. I hope we showed up and showed out on your list. Thank you again so much for reaching out to the Star family. I hope we made you proud. Yeah, I got everything. All right, guys. Love you. See you soon for something else. Bye.